There are business leaders out there who achieve what they want. And there are all the others. Leading is a discipline, an art, not a talent. You can learn it, you can even master it. Make sure you get what you want.
Okay. How are you today, Olaf?
Very, very good.
Good. So, last time we forgot.
Yeah.
We had such a good time talking about the excitement of moving to a new place, how you deal with that. We forgot to speak about how to bring in our positive attributes, our positive habits from our old company and negating the effects of going to a new place and getting all of these bad habits. So bringing in the positive and not absorbing the negative from the new company. How would you deal with that in this instance?
I think this all starts with a decision.
Okay.
From yourself. Honesty and then a decision. So honesty, when you say, how do we keep the good habits and how do we let the bad habits in the old company?
Right.
That means you need to have clarity on your habits. So this is what I mean with honesty. Be honest with yourself. Enough people lie to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I want to lose weight. And if I don't see myself eating the last piece of pizza at midnight as I woke up, then nothing happens. No, this is only this one piece. Dude, you're betraying yourself.
Right.
So understand and be honest with yourself. What is the stuff that you don't want to do anymore? And what is the stuff that you want to do?
Okay.
I don't believe in cutting or eliminating bad habits. Because the habit was a filler was a time filler. So, example, you say you eat these rubber bears. What's the word of those?
Which one?
These from Haribo.
Gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
Seriously? Yeah,
okay,
gummy bears. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, in German, Gummibären.
Yeah,
okay. So, okay, you are addicted to these gummy bears, and you say, I don't want to eat them anymore. It will not work when you say, I will not eat them anymore. Because you have, your body is used to getting into this box or wherever you have them and just have one and have one and have one. It doesn't work to not do this anymore. What works is when you replace this with something. Let's say you eat chewing gum instead.
Okay.
So all the time, everywhere, when you said I need to have one of these gummy bears, you go for a chewing gum. This works. So the body can replace the one habit with the other habit. And then maybe later on you can replace the chewing gum with drinking water, and then you're off of this. Okay, but going from I eat this and then I don't, I haven't seen this working for average people successfully, for sustainably and successfully.
Okay.
So there are always these super disciplined Ironmans, and they just say no. From now on, no carbs, no smoking, and I run the marathon at Christmas, and we have November now.
Yeah.
And they do it. Cool. Superhumans love it. Yeah. This is not really me. And
right.
So first, understand what your bad habits is. Then replace them with something else. So when you say, let's go on to leadership and management.
Yes.
Friendliness. My biggest point. Everybody behaves like a jerk because they are the superiors.
Yes.
No, this is not a right to behave like an asshole only because you have the corner office. And by the way, if your company is just still on the level with corner offices and the parking slots closer to the entrance, then I would run. So it's very, very often that you have people, especially everybody who works with me, understands I want to be more friendly over the day.
Okay.
And I want to be more friendly means I don't want to be angry anymore. So replace the angriness with the friendliness, and then have this in your brain. So one proposal from me is use doors. In an average office building, you run through doors every other minute when you walk around. Every time when you run through a door, you stop. Well, you can stop while you walk, but stop
Yes.
means you stop your brain. You pull yourself up, shoulders down, catch a breath, head up, smile, and then you continue walking. Use the door frame as your anchor of doing this. Always when you go through it, you reset yourself. I know how this is. You're running from this one bloody business which was completely useless to the other one.
Yeah.
And you just spiral down. And then I'm the same asshole as I was at the other company. If you decide against that, then my invite is use door frames. You go through a door frame, and maybe you just, if it's very hard, then you just really stop in the bloody door frame or afterwards to just not block it. And then reset. Step 1, 2. Shoulder circle a little, shoulder down, good. Turn the head a little,
Yeah.
head up, chin up, smile, continue.
Okay.
This takes you a tenth of a second. Reset the body. Brain follows body.
Okay.
So, have an eye on yourself. It's always the same. It's not a magic. When you are in this new company and you want to do this or the other as your habits, or you just want to change nutrition habits, eating habits, sports habit. It's always the same. So have an eye on yourself. It takes you some repetitions where you have to focus on it, but then it just continues to run and flow. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. Good.
So the second thing is when it comes to, I wouldn't call this habits in the first place, like techniques. So a lot of employees suffer that they don't have appropriate time with their bosses to talk. And I'm now not talking about a particular project or something, but just talk.
Okay.
But just have a space to talk with the boss, and where she is there, where she is listening. I don't need to prepare anything. I don't need to. It's often enough that I know if I forget something this week, I have her again next week.
Okay.
So we call this one-on-one appointments. These things you just simply introduce. All of your management tools you introduce.
Yes.
It is not an option for your employees to discuss your management tools with you.
Right.
I don't care if they don't like it. I mean, we're not here to like it. We're here to be effective, to just deliver. And if I believe, as I'm the new boss, that this is the tools that we use, then we use these tools. And we will make one-on-one episodes later on.
Okay.
Each of these tools require a proper introduction into the team meeting or into the team, and then you just execute. That's all. Team meetings, for example. I hear so many people saying, no, I just have a team meeting every year. I'm like, what?
Wow.
We're not talking about remote teams. I understand. My last company, I had, I think, 50 people or so across the globe. I had 20 close by, and then these 50 across the globe. Across means some in China, some in Brazil, some in Americas. You cannot have a physical team meeting every other week, because this would just skyrocket my travel expenses. But you gotta meet them. And when you have China and America, you don't even make this in one shift. So I had two virtual team meetings every week. And this is not optional. No, boss, you need to understand this. It's a nice new idea, but we are too busy to do this. Yeah, okay. You were too busy. Now you're not.
Now you're going to make time.
I make time for you. You tell me what you got to do, and I prioritize. I hate this word. I prioritize.
Prioritize, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This one. I prioritize this for you.
Okay.
No, everything is too important. Okay, tell me what you have.
Lunch, coffee break, another coffee break.
Yeah. So, usually employees are not too resistant on the new boss.
Okay.
They are very often very surprised, but they are usually not resistant. Oh, well, one thing that we forgot, I think, in the last episode. One of the first and most important information that you gotta find out of your new team when you're in this new company, this is the first week, and you have your new employees. Find out from your boss, not from your employees. Find out from your boss who of your new employees wanted your job.
Ah, okay.
If you have this one person who wanted your job, then you want to understand from your boss why she or he didn't got it. You want to know this.
Okay.
That's it. You will never talk about it. But you need to know who is the person who wanted your job, who is now disappointed, who thinks you're an asshole by definition because you stole his job. You want to know this. You're not confronting this person with it, but you want to know this. You have an eye on this person. This person has 3 options. Love it, leave it, change it. He cannot really change it, but he can make politics and mumble around. So
Yes.
you need to know where the sniper are. He can leave, okay, or he can decide, well, guess what? I don't care. Wasn't so important. If this person tries to intrigue, you need to know who is the person, and then you give him a shot across the bow, and then you fire him.
Okay.
Intriguing is not an option at all. You are the new manager, you are the new boss. You cannot risk that somebody goes around and lies around you.
Okay.
So this is the radical extreme.
Yes.
Usually this person is a bit grumpy, and then you better perform. If you are just an actor who faked your way through the interviews, and this guy is seriously better in all dimensions, then well, friend for life.
Yeah.
So you better perform. If you are if you're a self-conscious, yeah, I think this is the word which I was searching for. If you're a self-conscious leader, then you don't have problems. You are delivering. You push it through, you deliver,
Yes.
and then this other person sees, well, you are a good boss. Yeah. So then usually this just disappears.
Okay.
If it doesn't disappear, you need to know where the sniper sits, if there is a sniper.
Okay.
But you're not confronting him. You're not in the first team meeting. Oh, by the way, you are the guy who just lost against me?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sissy.
So, for some people would say, "Well, okay, if I know that person wanted my job, it makes it very difficult to not either if they're doing their job, if they're working." To not bring it up in a sort of like a consolation way, like, hey, I know you wanted this job. Sorry, I guess. Or B, if they are being that person that's grumbling around the office and making noises, to bring it up in almost like a gloating way. But I like the fact that you said, yes, it's better to know, but no confrontation. Just it's an information that's for you to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
That's all. You're not making a big fuss out of it. You're not talking about this. How can a conversation be?
Yeah, exactly.
Hi Musab, I'm your new boss. I heard you wanted to have my position. Now you don't have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. How do you feel now? Oh no. Well, what was my text?
There's no positive outcome of that conversation.
What do you want to achieve with that? So leave it there. He knows he doesn't have this job.
Yeah.
I'm saying he knows he doesn't have this job. I'm not saying he lost.
Yes.
Very, very often people want to have this job if the opportunity is there, but they're not willing to fight for it.
Yes.
So this is maybe the reason why the boss said, well, not that guy.
Yeah.
So leave it there. And then just go push it through, drink a ton of coffee with everyone, make friends, understand who is a jerk and even make friends with the jerks.
Yes.
You don't need to tell them at the first week that they suck. Have an open eye on what's going on. Tolerate that things go on that you don't understand. Write them on a piece of paper and put them into your shelf for in 6 months. If these things are still strange and you still don't understand them, then you go to your boss and say, okay, I have a proposal. We have this process which goes from A to C to B. What about we just eliminate C and we go from A to B?
Okay.
Yeah. So understand everything is new and understand. I hear this so often. When you are the new boss, you shall not make any decisions in the first year. I say, my goodness, you are hired to make decisions. You cannot decline your job. This is stupid advice. I think what they mean is be careful when you make decisions. You know the space where you can make your decisions. You have your, your team lead of, network team. And there is this new whatever switch thing that needs to be bought, and you
Yeah.
you understand all of that, and it's your responsibility. Go make a decision fast. Go. On the other hand, there are these other decisions. You are there not as team lead, but you are there as head of IT. Maybe you don't reorganize the whole shop in the first week.
Yeah.
This is what they mean. Yeah. Don't blame the decisions of your successor. He made the decisions. They are there. Okay. If everybody tells you that your successor was predecessor. Yes, this one. Yes, the other direction. Your predecessor was an idiot, and he did everything wrong, and da da da. You're never agreeing. You're never agreeing to any of these negativities, of this rumble, of these blah 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 blah. You listen to it. At the second week, you stop this. Like, okay, I understand that you're not okay with him or her decisions. She's gone. We do it the different way. And by the way, this is not a whining department.
Yeah.
So you don't appreciate these whinies at all. You listen to it to have the knowledge, but you don't expect, and you don't support the first, second, third, fifth repetition.
Right.
So
in essence, get to your job, evaluate the processes, then if after a certain amount of time your evaluation is complete, then you offer a proposal in order to streamline the process.
Yep.
Good. Okay.
It's quite often that you then found the missing piece in this ACB example. Why we got to go through C, because it's not obvious, but it's important, and this is da 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 da.
Right.
So assume that the others know their job.
Good.
Cool.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Olaf.
Good. What's up? Have a good one. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.